Dear students, today I am going to tell you about metamorphosis of insects. So, what is metamorphosis? Before going to understand the metamorphosis, so in animal kingdom you will see two types of development. Direct development, what you see in the case of human or reptiles or the birds. The young ones, when they they born, they are miniature of the adult. Only the size the grows. But in the case of what you see here, in the case of a butterfly, it is the egg hatches into the larva caterpillar, which is entirely different from that of the adult. So, the metamorphosis is nothing but series of changes that occur during the development of an insect from egg to adult are known as metamorphosis. So, similar type you will also find in the case of amphibia. So, the eggs hatch into tadpole, which is entirely different from the adult frog. We are here going to study the insect metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is derived from the Greek word meta, means change, morpha means form. There is a change in the different forms what you see. Metamorphosis in insect is complicated due to the presence of chitinous exoskeleton. So, you know that the arthropoda, the body is covered with the chitinous exoskeleton. Hence, the embryonic growth after hatching from the egg involves series of moltings or ecdysis or the casting of the exoskeleton. So, the stages between ecdysis are called stadia. So, stadia is the stage in between two ecdysis. You will be able to see from the form appears in between two ecdysis or the molting is termed as instar. So, this is the life cycle of a fly. You will be able to see the egg hatches into the first instar larva. So, this undergoes, it grows and it undergoes molting, then the second instar larva. So, you will find this further second instar, third instar, and it undergoes molting, give rise to pupa. So, you will find there is a, you can see the several stages or instar you will find from egg to the pupa. So, then the pupa undergoes changes into the adult. So, there are series of changes from first instar to the final stage, adult stage. What you see, they are collectively called metamorphosis. So, in insects, we will able to see different types of metamorphosis. So, these different types are called ametabola. That means in some there is no metamorphosis at all. So, it is the ametabola. Then hemimetabola, incomplete metamorphosis. Heterometabola, it is incomplete metamorphosis, but it is a gradual one. Then holometabola, complete metamorphosis. Let us study these types in detail. So, ametabola, or there is no metamorphosis. Insects of the order Thysanura, that is the silverfish, you know these silverfishes that you find in your old books. Then in the order Columbella, that is in the springtails, the young ones hatch from the egg are miniature of the adults and are called nymph. And this egg hatches into the larva. This larva is a miniature of the adult. So, only the difference is in the size. So, they are called nymph. So, they also undergo molting. The first nymph stage undergoes molting, the second stage, third stage, and the fourth stage. Ultimately, they develop into the adult. So, the nymph differs from adult in having immature reproductive organs. That is the only difference, only the size difference, and the reproductive organs are immature. They cannot reproduce. nymph undergoes several growth or molting. You will able to see this is in the case of silverfish. This is egg, then the several nymph stages. From one stage to the other, the body grows, there is a ecdysis, then again growth, ecdysis, like that you can see. So these wingless insects, they are called apterygota. Pterygota means wings. Apterygota changes from the young to the adult without metamorphosis. So that's why it is called ametabolic metamorphosis, ametabolic type of insects, or there is no metamorphosis. Next, you can see the hemimetabola or the incomplete metamorphosis. This you can see in the case of mayflies, dragonflies, damselflies. So these you know that you have seen, this is a dragonfly. So where you will find the incomplete metamorphosis. The young ones that is hatch from the egg, these are called nymph. These nymphs are called, here it is called naids. So these naids, they differ from their adult in terms of their habitat also. Here the naids or the young ones, they are aquatic, whereas adult are aerial. So that's why you will find the aquatic adaptation in the naids, and aerial adaptations, that is with the wings and all, you will find in the adults. Naids aquatic adaptation, such as they have, because you know these naids, these are all the naids, so they need gills for that is the aquatic adaptation to breathe, and they don't have wings. So you will find these gills are shed during metamorphosis into the adult. In dragonfly, naid has hinged labium, the lower lip has a hook-like structure, and these are used for capturing the prey. So those are absent in the adult. So this is how naid is different from adult. But it is not many differences what you see in the case of butterfly. So where you can see caterpillar is entirely different from the adult, but here there is some changes are there. These changes are slight changes when compared to the ametabolous. There is a change when compared to the ametabolous. There is a change, and that's why it is called the incomplete metamorphosis or hemimetabolous. So what you see from egg, then you can see the wingless naid with the gills, that is in the aquatic medium or habitat. Then when it is transformed into the adult, they will get the wings, winged adult. So another the hemimetabolic metamorphosis or incomplete metamorphosis you will find in the order Odonata, that is the dragonflies and damselflies, what you seen already. Plecoptera means the stone flies. So these are also common flies you will find. Then in Ephemeroptera, that is in the case of mayfly. So you will find in the stonefly here the naids, they are aquatic, they are wingless, gill breather, and they are detritivore. They feed on detritus. Then they undergo several molts, and then finally the adult form, they are winged and they are herbivore adult in the case of stonefly. Similar you will find in the mayfly. The egg hatches into the aquatic larva, and these larvae undergo several molting, and finally they become winged adult. So this is the hemimetabolic or incomplete metamorphosis. The another type of incomplete metamorphosis you will find heterometabola or gradual metabolism, or else gradual metamorphosis, or else it is called parometabola. Parometabola or heterometabola. So in this metamorphosis there are three life stages you will find: the egg, wingless nymph, and winged adult. Here the growth happens during the nymph stage. Maximum growth happens during the nymph stage. It is very gradual. The nymph resembles the adult in morphology, compound eyes, mouth parts, and most of the features. So the you will able to see here, this is the egg, and you can see this is in the case of leaf hopper, a pest you will see. So there are several nymph stages, only they are almost look like adult, except you can see the wings. Wings are developing external outgrowth gradually. So this is in the leaf hopper, this is in the cycad. This is another, you know, a common insect. It is known for its you know, the chorus song. So this nymph shares the same habitat, not different habitat. They share the same habitat, same food as the adult, and they also have similar behavior, and they may differ in the color. Only nymph develops wings gradually, seen throughout, you will see in the nymphal stages or nymphal instars. And you can see the nymph become functional and fully formed wings, that is mark the adult stage. You can see the wings are fully formed in the adult stage. So in the similar, you can see the another example, Parametabola, you will find in the case of the cockroaches. You will see this is the egg stage. Then you can see these are the nymphal stages. They slowly develop the wings. Once they have the wings, these are adults. So this is in the case of cockroach. This is in the case of grasshopper. So the egg, and you can see these are the nymphal stages, where you can see they are gradually the wings are developing and fully formed wings, that is marking the adult stage. So the gradual process of wing development from it develops as a external outgrowth. That's why it is called exopterygota. Exopterygota, aterygota, exopterygota, and endopterygota in the case of butterfly. This is in the case of the cockroach, it is exopterygota. Reproductive organs and external genitalia mature gradually. Wings, reproductive organs and external genitalia, they mature gradually. Heterometabolic metamorphosis found in Orthoptera, grasshopper, then praying mantids, crickets. You know the crickets, that is you can see mole crickets or the grillus, cockroaches, all these Orthoptera. Then Isoptera, they are termites. Hemiptera, bugs, all types of bugs, bed bug or else water scorpions, all the stink bug, you know that. So they are Hemiptera. Anoplura, they are lice, head louse, you know that. Then Dermaptera, then this also earwigs. Homoptera, aphids, plant lice. Then Thysanoptera, thrips. All these they show heterometabola or parametabola, gradual or incomplete metamorphosis. So the next is the holometabola or the complete metamorphosis that you see in the case of butterflies, moths and all. These are the eggs and the different stages of caterpillar, pupa and the fully formed winged adult. Most insects, they undergo complete metamorphosis. Life cycle includes egg, several larval stages, several instar larva, pupa and adult. So the egg hatches into the larva, which looks entirely different from the adult. These insects are called holometabolous or holometabola. Holo means a total. So insects that undergo complete metamorphosis are called holometabolous insects. It is a Greek word. Holo means complete. Holometabolous then means completely changing, whole change you will find from larva to the adult. The larvae of holometabola insects bear no resemblance to their adult parents. So their habitats, food source entirely different. So larval mouth parts are different from adult mouth parts. You will find the larva cutting and chewing mouth parts, what you see in the case of caterpillar. When it is a metamorphosis into adult butterfly, it is a siphoning type. It sucks the nectar. So that is entirely different, you will find. So this they differ in their body form, they differ in their mouth parts, legs and the mode of life entirely different. The habitat also. So where you find the caterpillar is developing, it is different from where you find in the butterfly form. So larvae feed voraciously, grow and ecdysis multiple times, that is you can see there are several instar larvae, then emerge from and the molt into the adult. So larval forms in Lepidoptera, the caterpillar, and in the case of house flies and or fruit flies, they are the larvae, they are called maggots. Then you can see in the case of beetles, they are larvae, they are called grubs. All these are the holometabolous insects. When the larva molts for the final time, it transforms into quiescent pupa. It is the larval stage, the final, you can see the pupa, it is a quiescent, that is an, you can see, inactive stage. The pupal stage is usually considered as the resting stage. Then there will be a miracle will takes place. The pupa, from the pupa, the adult will come out. You can see the many case it is the pupal stage is enclosed in a cocoon, you can see, and it is secreted by the labial glands, or the labial glands in the they secrete, you know, in the case of silk worms, they secrete a silky cocoon. So there is a great transformation occurs internally in the pupal stage. So the larval tissue will disappear and adult the wing stage will appear. So there is a entirely larval structures, they undergo histolysis, degradation, and then reorganize into adult form. The wings develop from internal imaginal disc or histogenesis. There will be a imaginal disc, that is the adult tissues. From this you can see there is a growth of wings. That's why it is called the endopterygota. The wings develop from internal imaginal disc. Then appendages, muscles, trachea, internal organs are all replaced during metamorphosis. So that's why the larva and adult entirely different. After the reorganization is complete, the pupa molds to reveal the mature adult or imago with the functional wings. So this is what you see, this egg, then in several instar larval stage, then they undergo, then the pupa, it is a quiescent stage, then you can see the adult winged form. Most of the world's insect species are holometabolous, like butterflies, moths, houseflies, then fruit flies, mosquitoes, beetles, bees, wasps, ants, all these insects you will find complete metamorphosis. As I said, there is in the larval form itself, there are structures are called imaginal disc. You will find these imaginal discs are the adult tissues. So there is a histogenesis of adult tissue and histolysis of larval tissue that takes place during metamorphosis, that is occurs during the pupal stage. That's why it is a inactive stage, pupa stage. So this is the difference between the holometabolous and hemimetabolous. So you can see the holometabolous complete metamorphosis, incomplete. So the larval stages here, caterpillars, maggots or grubs, here they are called nymphs or nates. The pupa stage is present in holometabolous, pupal stage is absent, and you can see adult differ from larva. Here these are there is the similar structure you will find in the case of hemimetabolous. So then what is the regulation of this metamorphosis? It is the endocrine regulation. You know the endocrine glands in our body, pituitary, thyroid. So similar, you know, the thyroid controls the growth, the pituitary hormones you have studied in your lower classes. Similar type you will find here also. The insect molting or metamorphosis they are under the control of two hormones. The steroid hormone ecdysone, which is secreted by the prothoracic glands. Then another hormone, it is the secreted juvenile hormone. So neurosecretory cells in the brain similar to our the hypothalamus in the which controls the pituitary, that is present in the brain. They secrete a hormone called prothoracotropic hormone, which is from the brain, and which stimulate thorax, the first that is prothorax. It secretes hormone ecdysone under the control of the PTTH. Then there is another hormone similar to our pituitary, corpora allata, that is which secretes juvenile hormone. Okay, this there is a balance between ecdysone and juvenile hormone. Whenever there is a juvenile hormone is there, they will be in the larval forms. When the juvenile hormones decreases, you can see there is a pupal stage. When a juvenile hormone completely vanish, then the adult form. So this ecdysone, it brings the molting or ecdysis, casting of the exoskeleton. So what are the significances of this insect metamorphosis? Insects are externally covered by hard exoskeleton, so which does not detach easily due to the lack of elasticity. So when when we cannot remove our dress, it is so fit, then we are going to tear it. Similar type, you can see the ecdysis will they break open the exoskeleton, and they there will be the growth will there is a molting growth, you will find the ecdysis. During the long course of growth and development, different feeding sources and the habitats, you will find this is the caterpillar, it feeds on the leaves, whereas the butterfly, it is the nectar feeding. So they don't share the same habitat and niche. So this is what you can see, it reduces the intraspecific competition. So the larva and adult, they don't compete for the same resource and the same habitat. Hence, Holometabolous is the highly advanced type of metamorphosis. So they are very successful when compared to the Hemimetabolous and Ametabolous. So the appearance of the wings in the adults help the insect to distribute and diversify and explore the more resources. So that is the advantage. You can see they are very successful insects. This is about the insect metamorphosis. Thank you.